Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about deja vu. I'm talking deja vu with assault weapons ban. So hey guys, back in 1994, then President Clinton signed into law a federal law, assault weapons ban. It was to be 10 years and then it'd have to be re-upped by Congress. So after President Clinton signed that landmark legislation of the highlight of his presidency, the Democrats that voted for it suffered losses.
Would always try to make is that the opposition of the NRA leadership did not reflect the constituency, most of whom he would say were good old boy hunters and fishers in places like where he grew up in Arkansas. He was pretty good at projecting himself as one of those good old boys, and that this was just common sense control.
As everyone knows, you don't need an Uzi to go deer hunting. You don't need an AK-47 to go skeet shooting. These are military weapons, weapons of war. They were never meant for a day in the country.
They added the sunset clause to diminish the power of the NRA in opposing it. But of course, in retrospect, that sunset clause was disastrous.
It might have been what got President Clinton elected, but it definitely killed the Democrats in the House and Senate. That's why in 2004, you didn't see every Democratic senator jump on board, especially with a Republican president, to put in another, re-up that assault weapons ban. So funny thing about that assault weapons ban that took effect in 1994, many of you may have heard, many may not. North Hollywood had a string of bank robberies. And this particular day, these bank robbers went in, took $300,000 in cash, and exited the building with automatic AK-47s. Wait, automatic AK-47s? That was the assault weapons ban. Believe it or not, criminals got an assault weapon. Surprise.
North Hollywood, February 1997. This is the case that would change the rules forever. Officers find themselves against a fully automatic modified AK-47 with armored piercing bullets.
So these criminals with their automatic assault weapons, their automatic AK-47s, pinned down the police for 47 minutes. It wasn't until the police went to a gun shop and were able to get their hands on some AR-15s. And within minutes of getting those rifles, the police were able to apprehend both subjects or put both subjects down. In '93, then Senator Joe Biden led a committee that put together the assault weapons ban, and that's what he's referring to now.
These weapons of death have taken the lives of too many Americans. And if something is not done, many, many more will be taken. I am not suggesting that there is any law we can pass to keep these kinds of weapons out of the hands of every criminal in America. But I am suggesting there are laws we can pass if we had a national law that could keep these weapons out of the hands of many who have, in fact, and will, in fact, invoke and inflict carnage on the streets of America.
That he thinks that's going to help him get elected. That's why he's put in the Office of Gun Violence Prevention. That's why he's instructed his DOJ to create a red flag center. He believes that's what's going to get him reelected. Not the border, not the economy, not the inflation. He's hitched his hat onto assault weapons ban. Guys, I can tell you, if he gets reelected, it's going to be super scary for the next 4 years, because he'll have 4 more years, and we lost some representatives there in the House. Things work out in our favor, and the Supreme Court puts a squash on assault weapons ban. But don't trust me, they have millions of dollars backed by Michael Bloomberg and George Soros to continue this fight. Congress didn't extend the 2004 ban because they were afraid that they would suffer the same losses they did after they voted in 10 years earlier. Assault weapons bans, they didn't have any evidence that it actually decreased.
Years that the ban was in place, it didn't have a discernible effect on gun violence overall. But the ban's main target, mass shooting deaths, did drop. But public opinion has shifted since then, with the nation largely divided over implementing a federal assault weapons ban now, 15 years after the original ban lapsed. Opponents say that the definition of assault weapons is...
I mean, even Joe Biden's speech, he's talking about he knows that the criminal's going to get guns. He's hoping to enact basically his own minority report and stop people from getting guns that may commit a crime later on. That's why, guys, I encourage you, and I've been encouraging all this week, get into the fight, join your 2A groups, join your national groups, your local groups. I just met one from Oregon, the Oregon Firearms Federation. Guys, I want to thank you for watching the channel. Thank you for supporting it. And as usual, we love you. Peace out.